Chalmers YouTube channel, the 50 most dynamic duels in sports history: baseball, basketball, football, hockey. In this chapter 21, we're going to talk about Duke Snider and Roy Campanella. These two gentlemen helped form the nucleus of a legendary Brooklyn Dodgers team that dominated the National League from 1949 to 1956. The Dodgers surpassed 90 victories in 7 of those 8 years, never finishing any lower than second in the senior circuit, while capturing the 5 pennants in the National League and 1 World Championship. Although impressive lineup of Brooklyn had stand-up performers like Bill Hodges, Pee Wee Reese, and Jackie Robinson throughout that period, it could be argued that no other members of the squad contributed as much to the success of the Brooklyn Dodgers at that time than Duke Snider and Roy Campanella. Spending time in the armed forces during World War II, Duke Snider first came up to the Brooklyn Dodgers in the pennant winning season of 1947. He played sparingly in his first 2 years with the club, hitting only 5 home runs, driving in just 26 runs and 243 total at-bats over the course of 1947 and 1948 campaigns. Snider finally claimed the starting center field job for Brooklyn for a position for the next 9 years. Meanwhile, catcher Roy Campanella became a member of Brooklyn's starting lineup in 1949, just 1 year after he debuted with the club by hitting 9 home runs, knocking in 45 runs and 279 at-bats. Prior to that, though, Campanella spent several years in the Negro Leagues. Only Josh Gitzman established a greater reputation among Negro League receivers. But in their first year together as everyday players in Brooklyn, Snider and Campanella teamed up with National League MVP Jackie Robinson and led the Dodgers to the pennant. Snider hit 23 home runs, he had 92 RBIs, he scored another 100, he batted 292. Meanwhile, Campanella hit 22 home balls, knocked in 82 runs, batted 287, earned his first selection to the National League All-Star team. Fortunately for the Dodgers, the Yankees defeated them in 5 games in the World Series, a scenario that became all too familiar to the Dodgers and their fans in subsequent seasons. Snider and Campanella began a string of 7 consecutive seasons in which they both received nominations to the National League All-Star team. The Dodgers failed to repeat as league champions in 1950, placing just 2 games behind the first place Phillies in the final standings. Snider and Campanella had outstanding seasons for Brooklyn. Campanella hit 31 home runs, drove in 89 runs, batted 281. Snider had 31 homers and knocked in 107 runs. Placed among the league leaders with 109 runs. Scored 321 batting average. He had 321 batting average. He had 199 hits, 323 total bases. Campanella won the first of 3 most valuable player awards the following year. Even though Bobby Thompson shot her around the world, able the arch rival Giants to defeat the Dodgers in 3-game playoff for the National League pennant. Thanks for the 16 people tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Campanella edged out Stan Musial for league MVP honors by scoring 90 runs and placing among circuit leaders with 33 home runs, 108 runs batted in, a 325 batting average. Meanwhile, Snider had 29 home runs, 101 RBIs, 96 scoring runs. He batted 277. Snider and Campanella subsequently enjoyed some of their finest seasons together. Dodgers captured the National League pennant in 4 of the next 5 seasons. Campanella National League MVP in both 1953 and 55, leading him to join Stan Musial at the time as the only league players to be so honored on those 3 occasions. Cornerstone of the Dodgers throughout the period, Campanella not only wielded a potent bat in the middle of the team's batting order, but also excelled beyond the plate and did a tremendous job of handling Brooklyn's pitching staff. Those are the qualities that helped him earn 3 MVP trophies. 1952-1956 season were among the best of Snider's career. Snider was placed in the top 10 in league MVP balloting in each of the years, placing third to Campanella in 1953 and finished finishing a close second to his teammate in X55. The center fielder replaced Jackie Robinson as the team's best all-around player during the period. Robinson held that distinction prior to 1953. Snyder had hit 40 home runs in 1957, 92 runs knocked in, 91 runs scored before age began to catch up with him in 1958. Unfortunately, Campanelli had that tragic automobile accident during the off-season. Of the 10 major league seasons, over the course of the seasons that he played in 10 of them, Campanelli compiled 242 home runs, 856 runs batted in, 627 runs scored, 276 batting average. He appeared in a total of 8 All-Star games. So Snyder and Campanelli spent 9 seasons together as regulars in the Dodgers starting lineup. Of those 9 seasons, so Campanelli won 3 MVP awards. Snyder finished top 5 in the voting on 3 separate occasions. They made 15 total appearances on the National League All-Star team between them during that period. Campanelli led the league in home runs once. Snyder topped the circuit in runs scored 3 times. Runs batted in, slugging percentage twice. Home runs, hits, on base percentage on 1 time each. Between them, they topped the 40 homer mark 6 times. Surpassed the 30 homer plateau another 4 times. So they drove in more than 100 runs in total 9 times. Scored at least 100 runs 7 times. Top 300 mark in batting on 8 separate occasions. Snyder and Campanelli were at their best together in 1953 and 1955. In the first of those seasons, they combined to hit 83 home runs, driving 268 runs, and scored 235 others. In 1955, they totaled 74 home runs, 243 runs batted in between them. That was the year they led the Dodgers to the only world championship they ever won in Brooklyn. First, that's it, man. Chapter 21 about the dominant duo of Roy Campanella and Duke Snyder. So I got 2 more chapters left. I'll be in chapter 22 tomorrow. Ron Santo and Billy Williams. Then on Monday, I'll be in chapter 23. Robin Yount and Paul Molitor. That'll be the conclusion of the dynamic baseball duo. So we talk about that tomorrow from this book, The 50 Most Dynamic Duos in Sports History. Thanks for hitting the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Be back at 1 o'clock with a continuation of the top 50 underrated classic albums in hip-hop history, a book that I did a long time ago. Here's the book right here to give you a sneak preview of what's to come. This is the book I'm going to be reading at 1 o'clock. So until then, talk to you soon.